My name is Paul Pettis. In the November election of 2016 and 2020, I will be your independent write-in candidate for President of the United States of America. Education reform. Children who speak more than one language do better in all subjects. Students who are still actively involved in the education process by the 6th grade are more likely to graduate. Students who participate in debate team, chess club, band, theater, music generally do better in other studies. We must make a choice in this country to provide the funding it takes to properly educate our children. And we can make that happen if we, the people, make clear to Congress, the Department of Education, our governors, our state legislators, the state boards of education, our local board of education, that we want our children educated properly. The president doesn't make decisions on education reform, but some things that I would like to see enacted, I believe, would make our children's education more exciting for them, would make our children's education better than what it is now, is that we make Spanish mandatory K through 12. That every student must graduate bilingual. Children can learn at a very young age. Children can learn a second language just as easy as they can a first language. And from preschool, as soon as children can talk in any school, they need to be taught Spanish. That's the future of America, Spanish and English. You know, that door is open. It ain't going to be shut. That's just the way it is. We need to accept it, and then we need to deal with it the best we can. The best way to deal with the influx of so many Spanish-speaking immigrants to this country is for all the American people to learn Spanish. So when they become citizens, they'll know they're welcome in this country because we can speak their language. Canada has 2 languages, English and French. We can have 2 languages, English and Spanish. We have thousands of very talented translators in our schools right now. So there's no reason why every student in America can't be fluent in 2 languages, thus helping them do better in other studies. The students who are still actively involved in the education process by the 6th grade are more likely to graduate. We need to fill our preschool through 6th grade, we need to fill them up with teachers. We need 4, 5, 6, 7 teachers per classroom so that each student can study each subject on the level that they're on. The teachers understand that there's some kids who are bored because they know everything. They aren't challenged enough in certain subjects. But we got enough teachers in every classroom, and we need about a 5 or 6 student to 1 teacher ratio when it comes to preschool through 6th grade. By 12th grade, we can have 1 teacher for 50 students or 60 students. But we got to start them out in preschool through 6 and make sure that they have the education foundation they need to, at that point, study a lot on their own. And by that time, if you educate them properly, they can do a lot of study on their own. Every parent pays taxes, so it needs to be mandatory that for sports, just get rid of PE and just have the last period to be sports. And every student will try out and will be on the baseball team, the football team, the basketball team, the volleyball team, or whatever other sports they got that are physically active, track and field. But every student in school will be on a sports team. And the coach's job will be to teach the children how to play that particular sport. Not to win games, not to win championships, but to teach the children how to properly play those sports. In the 11th, 12th grade, you can be concerned about winning championships. But there's something wrong when football coaches in high school are making 2 and 3 times as much money as the science teacher, the history teacher, the math teacher. Got to change some attitudes in this country, America. The important thing about our education system is to educate our children, not to win championships with the select few that we pick out and pamper. Music and theater needs to be mandatory. You know, we cannot cut music class and theater because of budget shortfalls, because that's part of a well-rounded, healthy, and more productive education system. The experts right there, they can tell you how to do this stuff better than I can, but we need to listen to the experts. And we need to make sure that our children, all of our children, are educated. We need to make sure that every child in this country, 100% of them, graduate. And we can do that if we decide to. But we've got to have the teachers, preschool through 6th grade, who know the children by name, who are there to make sure that they have the help in class they need to get the studies done they need that they're doing. If we can do it if we want to, we just got to make that decision that we're going to make it a priority. What if we make education a priority instead of war? What if we made education a priority instead of trying to build an empire around the world? What if we made education for our children a priority instead of us being the world's policemen? We'd have an extra $15 trillion if we're not so focused on war to secure oil. We have plenty of oil right here in America, and we're defending the whole world and not educating our children. How can we promote the general welfare if our children aren't educated? We must make our number one priority the proper education of all of our children. We must make our number one priority to make sure that 100% of all the children in this country graduate from high school. My name is Paul Pettis. I wrote this message. My name is Paul Pettis. I approve this message. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. We need more peace and compassion. We need more kindness and understanding. We need justice for everyone. We need all of our children educated properly. My name is Paul Pettis. I wrote this message. My name is Paul Pettis. I approve this message.